Hello, welcome to this weather update. It's about 8:30 on August 19th, 2019, and we had kind of an active day. Yes, Wonderground is finally working again. They finally fixed the problem. Took long enough, and the reason why we need the Wonderground is because I want to see the rainfall totals across our area. So let's see if we can get those rainfall totals. So it looks like we had some thunderstorms that affected parts of our area today and brought a lot of rain. So it looks like the North Shore wound up getting an inch of rain out of it, close to an inch of rain, right on the immediate North Shore. And also in Mineola too, there's a 1.05 inch rating in Mineola, 2.9. Meanwhile, we got absolutely nothing in Belmore. It looks like Belmore got very little. Meanwhile, America half an inch, so it was very localized, half an inch here. We didn't really get any downpours where I was, but it looks like, some heavy rain fell in this area here on the North Shore, in parts of Mineola. Very localized, though. The one reading in Mineola of 1.05, but then you go over to Hicksville and it's only half an inch. So very localized where the heavy rain fell. And we're going to go to the Ventus sky now and look at, we're going to turn back the clock here and look at these storms that move through the area. We're going to go back to, let's see, it's 16. Alright, so they kind of popped up around here. So here we go, right around, this is, let's see, 5 o'clock? I'm trying to, because this is 5 o'clock. So, see, right around 5 o'clock, we had these intense storms. And then we had this other cell over here that was off the South Shore. And we had these intense storms. They were severe warned for a little bit. And then they moved southeastward. So then they finally moved southeastward and just kind of clipped Mineola, Westbury, and then kind of moved toward Hicksville. And there was another piece that broke off, went over Levittown, and another piece that went off over western Suffolk. But there weren't too many power outages caused by these storms. I do have video of the storms passing around Belmore. Some really interesting sky phenomena. You'll have to wait for that video. Here's 6 o'clock, and the storms kind of just fell apart once they left the North Shore. Once they left the North Shore, they kind of just fell apart. You could see the reds aren't as deep already as they move. So they did weaken, as I expected them to. But it was quite an intense, and something really weird is when I was in Belmore, right around 5:30, the lights were flickering in Belmore, and the storms weren't even close to us. So that was kind of weird. I don't know what that was from. Maybe there was just a lot of lightning strikes on a particular substation somewhere. But fairly interesting setup today with the weather, for sure. Let's go look at our hazards map here. I haven't properly set this up yet, so I'll have to just put the observations in here, get the observations, look at what we have going on across our area right now. As far as temperatures and dew points go, it's gotten a little less humid. Dew points are 68, low around 70. Dew points were in the mid 70s earlier today. Temperatures have dropped off also to the 70s, mainly because of those thunderstorms dropping things off a little bit. It looks like there is some excessive heat watch for this area here, and maybe a flash flood watch for this area here. But let's go back to the Weather Service site and look at some of the official airport observations. Right now, Central Park is 80, 76 at Farmingdale, but you could see that it did hit 85 at Farmingdale today, but 75 degrees was the dew points throughout much of the day, and then they came down toward the evening. And we can look at Islip as well. You'll see 75 degrees as well there as well. So and we're gonna look at see what Toms River hit today, because Toms River was very hot today. Not a surprise. Let's see what Toms River got up to today. 95. So 95 in Toms River. Much hotter in Jersey today than it was on Long Island. Let's look at Monmouth County Airport as well. Let's see what they hit, and they got up to 92. So yeah, much hotter over Jersey. They had, the wind flow was coming in you know, off the ocean, so it kept Long Island a little more comfortable. Um, we'll go back to the Ventus sky and look at the temperatures right now. So you see we have the south flow keeping Long Island cooler, but that same south flow, when it goes over New Jersey, just travels over the land. So that's why it's worse. It's worse there. Let's now look at the models and see what we have coming up for us here for this week. Because after we get through this heat, we're gonna have some nicer weather. So we're gonna still be dealing with this humid air mass, but then you can see that high and that front coming. And it's gonna slowly make it into our area Friday, and then the weekend should be nice. Saturday, Sunday, with that nice high pressure system moving in and bringing us some lower dew points, which we definitely need. It's been pretty stiflingly humid out there for sure. So let's go to the NAM first and take a look at the shower and thunderstorm risk, because the NAM kind of got it right today. We look at it. If we go back, you can see it. NAM kind of got it right with the thunderstorms kind of forming over the north and hitting the north shore, and then kind of weakening as they move toward the south shore. As we go into tomorrow, it's not developing anything. So tomorrow, I think we'll see less. I think that's because the humidity is going to be a little lower tomorrow. But there could still be something scattered on Wednesday, perhaps. And then we got to watch for more activity with that front as it gets closer on Thursday. We'll look at the dew points. And you see what happened here with the dew points. So we have a little bit of dry air that's trying to come in from the north. And so the dew point's going to be a little lower tomorrow, a little bit lower than today. NAM actually has our dew points dropping up into the upper 50s and low 60s, so it might actually be a lot less humid for Long Island. No relief for you in New Jersey. It's just because there's this front that's kind of hung up. It's kind of just seeping back south a little bit. That's what triggered the storms today, I think. But then as we head into Wednesday, the humidity comes right back again in force as dew points rise up into the mid-70s, and Wednesday is going to be pretty stifling as well. So that's definitely something we're going to have to be concerned about. We'll look at the temperatures on this too as well. And we'll put this back to here. So as we go into tomorrow, it'll be a little bit cooler too. According to the NAM, at least, it doesn't have any 90s on the map. How about Wednesday? Wednesday has some 90s over New Jersey, but not over Long Island. There's going to be a big difference between New Jersey and Long Island on Wednesday. So let's look at the GFS now. And we'll take a look at that front too as it approaches. So GFS tomorrow has more heat in New Jersey. Not quite as hot as today. Maybe a little bit less hot. And for Wednesday, probably a little more hot over New Jersey, but not so much over Long Island. And then for Thursday, actually it's heating Thursday up quite a bit because this front is slowing down. So we may not make it through on Thursday. Then by Friday, that's when we see the relief, and temperatures only in the mid-70s. And when that front comes through, it could be, and then the weekend looks pleasant, very pleasant with mid-70s. So it looks very nice for the weekend. If we go beyond that, it looks like I'm going to see if we see any. It looks like we're going into cooler patterns, which is very good as we head toward Labor Day. So that's very good. Let's look at the dew points now and see what we got here. So the dew points. Yes, it brings them down a little bit tomorrow. So we'll see a little bit of relief from the humidity tomorrow. Just a little bit of relief. Then it comes right back on Wednesday. And then you see that front approaching for Thursday. So this is the front right here. It comes through Thursday afternoon, and boom. Look at that. Beautifully dry, clear. It'll be beautiful dry air. We'll look at the sky too. We're going to have just beautiful dry weather for the weekend, which is absolutely great. So we will look at the skies now and see how it does with that. So going into tomorrow, you'll see we'll have some clouds around. Obviously, clouds around. Here's Thursday, but then we get that front offshore. Friday looks like a clear day. Saturday looks like a clear day, and perhaps even Sunday as well. So we're gonna have some really nice weather this weekend. Really nice weather this weekend, and I'm looking forward to it for sure. Again, look at those dew points for Saturday, only in the 40s. So it's really going to be very nice out for the weekend, and I'm going to enjoy that. So let's just look at the satellite here, and then I'm going to wrap up this weather update. So here is the satellite image, and you can see those storms that kind of popped up over us. Now we have some clearer sky. So you can see it's just like a frontal boundary here. It's kind of like just going back and forth. So it's moved it back a little bit south, so we're going to get some dry air, but then it moves back up tomorrow night, and then we're back in the humidity for Wednesday. But then it finally ends late Thursday. So that wraps up this weather update. Have a good night.